Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chakravyuh, the ultimate battlefield where faith collides with rationality, where logic fights blind belief, and nobody walks out unscathed. On one side, people who trust horoscope more than their Wi-Fi. On other hand, people who trust Google more than their own eyes. All right now, lean in, pay attention, this is important. Would you rather why did I even agree to say this line? अनुभव तेरे ऊपर कोई भरोसा नहीं है कुछ भी भेज देता है Okay, take 3 seconds to imagine it. Listen. To someone passionately claim their horoscope predicted this debate, or watch a rationalist defend pure nonsense like it's a TEDx keynote. Full slides, zero stones, zero logic. The framework is simple. Speak sense, roast your opponent, and please, no WhatsApp university citations. Crying is allowed, but only if it's entertaining. Faith side, we have Siddhant Sharma, the firebrand believer, ready to argue that Google can't compete with his gut instinct. Ajay Pratap Singh, convinced that chanting actually improves stock market predictions. Good luck to him. Vasudev Bhatt, the calm one, until someone questions faith, then suddenly you are in a spiritual MMA match. Twinkle Sharma, here to sprinkle optimism and quotes from holy books with 100% confidence and zero citations. Ayush Gupta believes miracles are a lifestyle choice and will explain why to anyone who asks or doesn't. On rationalist side, we have Aditya, the walking Wikipedia, quotes facts at a volume that makes your ears question reality. Uddeshya Agarwal, the showman of rationality, debates like he owns the stage, logic is his prop, and whatever you do, don't get distracted by his shirt. Some mysterious are better left unsolved. Vidushi Agarwal, armed with logic, sarcasm, and maybe a few memes, ready to fact check everything in sight. Aditya Rathore, the guy who thinks sarcasm is the ultimate argument, sometimes right, sometimes just loud. And lastly, we have Rakshita Chetri, calm, precise, and deadly. She'll fact check your life choices so hard, even Google will be taking notes. So, tighten your seatbelts, grab your popcorn, and welcome to Chakravyuh, where logic meets faith, chaos reigns, and both leave equally bruised.
Ajay. Thank you. Uddeshya. Can you repeat the claims from here? Okay.
Yeah. Faith has justified evils like sati and caste. Only rational reform abolished them. Unshakable historical grounding shows rationality as the force of liberation.
The claim is quite simple and is based off of historical data for the most part. Rationality is not something that's inherently, challenging faith. It's more than important about it. Time? Time.
You can start over again. Start over.
Revisional था.
हाँ, and then Ajay both. Yeah, start. Yeah, you can start. Can you say the claim again? Say the claim again.
Faith has justified evils like sati and caste. Only rational reform abolished them. Unshakable historical grounding shows rationality as the force of liberation.
As I said before, faith is not necessarily countered by rationality, but it is a major part of it. When we observe claims, when we observe practices like sati and caste, as well as similar other practices around the world, how have they been fixed? Up until recently, the 1940s and 1950s, one could see practices of slavery being practiced in regions like Tibet. How did they go away? When the Chinese Communist Party took over Tibet, many parts of it took a lot of time. It took a substantial amount of time, it took a substantial amount of effort. But eventually, the horrendous practice of slavery, grounded in religiosity, was faded away. And that's just one of the most recent examples of rationality taking away faiths in logic.
Sticking back to the topic, sati and caste. Sati. If you can give me any historical text mentioning with the name of the text, like I have mentioned many of the texts, many of the Gitas also, Rig Ved, Atharved, Samved, Yajurved, the oldest one. Neither of them named Sati. This is not any. This was the name given to Parvati ji, and the Sati concept came from when she burned herself by her own will, not because of the societal pressure. First thing. Second thing, faith doesn't promote Sati. Sati was a social contract made because of the barbaric invasions, I quoted once again, because they were necrophile even. Even if the body is dead, they used to harass them sexually. That's why it became a process or a practice that if the husband has died, they were forced. I do not claim that they were not forced, but that was a social contract, not a historical or faithful conversion. And caste, coming back to caste, I already made my claim that caste is a term given by Macaulay. Macaulay se pehle caste naam kuch bhi nahi tha, that was Vern. And Vern is basically a structure, like 4 pillars of the society. One is Kshatriya, like Raja, Maharaja. You can say the political leaders as Kshatriyas, educators are teachers as Brahman, and the working class as Vaishya, and Shudras are the helping caste. The 3 main castes which were held by the Shudras. I already quoted Atreya Muni, son of a criminal Shudra who became Muni, Brahmin, just because of his worship. So I don't think so. Faith anywhere gives negligence to rationality. Faith also includes rationality. May I tell you how? Heredity, you know that Raja ka beta hi Raja banega. There was King Bharat. His own 10 sons were not given the kingdom. He gave it to a Dasi Putra because he was considered more eligible. So, and this is Mahabharat, the ancient of Kuru Vansh, Bharat. Raja Bharat gave the land to a Dasi Putra, again a Shudra clan. So that's how it's not a faithful connection with anything like Sati and caste. It's just a social contradiction which made over the time, and because invaders were trying to divide and rule, so they made कि Hindu ऐसा करते हैं, Muslims ऐसा करते हैं, and Christians ऐसा करते हैं. Christians were great according to them. They came inside and they were like, conversions happened in India many of times, right? So if you come to triple talaq, which is recently banned, that's also not a faithful conversion. That is also a fatwa released. Islam kahin nahi kehta hai triple talaq ke bare mein. As far as I have read Islam, it was a fatwa. So man-made things cannot be related to God and faith.
So I am putting up the chits. First one, faith. Vasudev Bhatt. Okay. Here, from the rationality side, Rakshita. Do you want to continue with the same claim or you want to skip? Next claim. Next claim. Faith for check करते रहना green light जल रही है. Check करते रहना green light जल रही है.
Vivekanand, Guru Nanak, and Kabir used faith itself to fight inequality and inspire unity. Faith is not static, but self-constructive and dynamic.
Faith is not what? Could you reiterate once?
Faith is not static, but self-corrective and dynamic.
So faith one will put up his argument and you will counter him and he will defend. Okay? Simon, sir. Can I get 2 minutes? So since I'm speaking from the faith side, real quick, the argument is that faith was used to fight inequality, right? Which is very real because the fact and the myth which need to be debunked somewhere is that everything inequality is a consequence of religiosity or theological consequences, which is absolutely false in nature, because the thing is that human beings have a long history and the conflict is over resources, not on the basis of who comes from what faith. So I feel, for example, I would like to illustrate this with an example right here. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, as a reformer, used faith to somewhere get rid of the civil evils of the society. For example, Sati Pratha, and even a lot of reformers, gained inspiration from the sacrosancts or the sacraments of the society, of the religious scriptures, so to get rid of the evil notions or evil practices which are somewhere existing in the society. So I feel faith somewhere gives immunity to people to fight against evil or any draconian notion which pre-exists. Also, it's a very intricate subject to speak on. Yeah. The argument that faith is used to fight inequality is, I feel it's pretty immune, and I'd like to speak profoundly on the topic, because if we have faith, that is the only reason we'll be able to transition into progressive society. Without faith, without the belief that change will occur, I don't think so it's possible. Because evils, or because something which is unethical or which is wrong is still happening, and it was happening prior to the existence of religion as well, right? It's not the fact that religion or prior religion it wasn't happening, because human beings by nature are violent, because human beings by nature have the tendency to somewhere create malevolence, and that is not a reason that religion brings it in. So, you want to continue? Yeah. It's a very complex topic.
Okay, so hi. So as you mentioned, so I'd say that you mentioned Raja Ram Mohan Roy, right? So Raja Ram Mohan Roy used faith as a tool to fight against it. If Raja Ram Mohan Roy wouldn't have questioned rationally the practices of sati, तो हमारे में यहाँ पे भी change ही नहीं आया होता. And the prior debater mentioned कि वो sati पहले से practice नहीं हो रही थी और अभी होने लग गई है या जो भी था. The point is कि it looks very good on the books कि सती पहले प्रैक्टिस नहीं होता था, अभी प्रैक्टिस होने लगा, फिर प्रैक्टिस नहीं होने लग गया था. बट इफ यू क्वेश्चन द बुक्स, राइट, अगर आप रैशनली राजा राम मोहन रॉय और जितने भी बाकी के प्रोटेस्टर्स हैं ये सब अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं करते तो आज भी ये प्रथा चल रही होती. सेकेंड मॉडल, एंड व्हेन यू से अबाउट द ट्रांजिशन, can I take a break or something?
You can speak. Can I counter? Alright. I never said that, faith somewhere, it was, as I made my argument, it was prior the religious. I'm not saying that, malpractices against women never existed, but I don't think so. It's the religious text somewhere. I feel they add fuel to it, but it was, what do you think, that prior religious or prior religion as a concept existed, there was no crime committed against women? I feel that is so false in its own approach, because women were always somewhere tortured, or they were, hostility was inflicted. So hostility was always inflicted upon women, and that's not a reason that sati pratha or any religious doctrine which is somewhere, or any religious dogma which is somewhere fueling the practice or inspiring you to do it. No, it's not that. It's because of simple human nature. It has nothing to do with faith. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so basically the question is, if the religion hinders the social change, if religion hinders the social change, okay.
Even if suppose do it on the same plate, debate on the same plate, can raise their hands.
You have to switch.
Cheers. We'll have, since already Udeshi was there, we'll have Adi and we'll have someone from that side. You want to join it again? You can join it again. Let's go do it. It's okay, you can come on. So there are
same
so
claim.
we'll be having it on the same claim. You can put up the argument, whichever is.
Can you repeat the claim?
You can start. Start.
Repeat another claim.
Reformers like Vivekananda, Guru Nanak and Kabir used faith itself to fight inequality and inspire unity. Faith is not static but self-corrective and dynamic.
तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अगर हम लोग फेथ की बात करते हैं तो रिलीजन जिसका एकदम सबसे कोर आइडिया होता है फेथ के बेसिस पे चलता है सारा, कि हम लोग मानते हैं कि भगवान है, और उसके अगर हम लोग ये मानते हैं कि वो भगवान एक ऊपर बैठा हुआ है, उसके अन्यथा दुनिया के अंदर कुछ नहीं होता. वो मानता है कि जो वो करेगा तो ही हम लोग काम करेंगे और नहीं करेंगे नहीं करेंगे. और अगर आपको इस चीज़ का प्रमाण चाहिए तो मैं आपको गीता बता सकता हूँ. उसके 18वें चैप्टर के 61 श्लोक में लिखा है कि द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड इन द हार्ट ऑफ ऑल द बीइंग बाय हिज डिवाइन पावर ही कॉल्स ऑल द बीइंग टू रिवॉल्व लाइक अ पपेट माउंटेड ऑन अ मशीन. तो अगर हम लोग ये मानते हैं कि उस भगवान के अन्यथा कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता है, तो आखिर दुनिया में बुराई आती कहाँ से है? जब इजिप्ट के अंदर नाइल नदी में फ्लड आ गई तो औरतों को उसके अंदर धकेल दिया गया ये बोल के कि बलि उनकी देंगे तो हो जाएगा. जब गलियों के अंदर और हमारे सोसाइटी के अंदर जब रेप होता है तब वो भगवान कहाँ रहता है? अगर पुराने टाइम के जो रिफॉर्मर्स होते थे उन्होंने ये चीज़ का क्लेम करा कि एक सेटन है, एक डेविल है जो हमारे अंदर है और वो बुराई के तरफ हमें बढ़वाता है और कि ये करता है कि हम बुराई हमारे अंदर जो कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं। तो क्या वो सेटन के पास इतनी पावर है कि जो हम क्रिएचर है, हमें भगवान ने बनाया है, तो क्या उसको हैंडल कर पा रहे हैं? और अगर वो सेटन इतना ही ज़्यादा पावरफुल है कि भगवान भी उसका कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पा रहा है, तो वो सेटन भगवान से ज़्यादा पावरफुल है। और अगर वो सेटन भगवान से भी ज़्यादा पावरफुल है तो मैं भगवान को क्यों पूछूँ, मैं तो इंसान को ही पूछूंगा, उस सेटन को। लेकिन अगर मैं ये बात बोलने लग जाऊँ कि फेथ जो है, एक पुराने टाइम के अंदर जो पोप था, जो फ्रेंच यूरोप के अंदर टाइम बता रहा हूँ, उन्होंने कहा था कि रेलवेज जो है वो सेटन की सवारी है, इससे आप कहीं नहीं, आप सिर्फ हेल के अंदर जाओगे। तो रिलीजन ऑलवेज ट्राइज टू डिविएट यू फ्रॉम फाइंडिंग द ट्रुथ एंड फ्रॉम द साइंसेज। कि पुराने टाइम के अंदर जो भी अगर देखे जाए तो विच क्राफ्ट होती थी, जिसके अंदर औरतें जो साइंस की तरफ पढ़ना शुरू करती थी, उनको विच क्राफ्ट और विच हंटिंग के नाम पे मार दिया जाता था। इवन गैलीलियो गैलीली जैसा बंदा जिसने हीलियोसेंट्रिक थ्योरी दी थी और ये बताया था कि दुनिया जो है वो अर्थ के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करती है और अर्थ जो है वो सन के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करती है। उसको हाउस अरेस्ट दे दिया गया, वो कार्डियक अरेस्ट से मर गया। एक इंसान जिसने इतनी सारी चीज़ें बताई थी साइंस के लिए, उसको उस सोसाइटी ने मार दिया ये बोल के कि वो जादू टोना करता है और जादू शक्ति करता है वगैरह वगैरह।
बेसिकली आई एम कमिंग टू गीता, यू कोटेड गीता। तो गीता में आपने कहा कि कृष्ण जी ने कहा है कि एवरीथिंग इज अ पपेट ऑफ, तो सेम गीता सेज कि टू अर्जुन, इट्स अ पर्टिकुलर कोट, लाइक मूवीज में तो बहुत अलग तरीके से उसको रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है, बट ही सेज टू अर्जुन लाइक बीइंग अ ह्यूमन, born as a human, I am also doing karma. Like karma is the main thing, that karmic cycle. We believe in karmic cycle. If you go to Hindu mythology, they go with a karmic cycle. You do bad, you get bad. You do good, you get good. Simple. इसको बहुत ज़्यादा टर्म्स में करना कि अच्छे कर्म करोगे तो ये मिलेगा, वो मिलेगा, जन्नत मिलेगी, ये नहीं चलता है। ये सिर्फ एक ह्यूमन क्लेम है। अगर फेथ के क्लेम पे जाओगे, देयर इज नथिंग एज अ रिवॉर्ड, यू नेवर गेट अ रिवॉर्ड। स्वर्ग इज नॉट अ रिवॉर्ड। वी टॉक अबाउट मोक्ष, complete salvation, that the spirit has found its ultimate position. तो सैल्वेशन को रीच करने के लिए, लाइक यू मेंशन नाइल रिवर, औरतों को उसमें फेंक दिया गया था। औरतों को फेंकना ह्यूमन और पैट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी का एक खुद का किया हुआ काम था। भगवान ने आगे नहीं कहा था कि यार इनको धक्का दे दो, मैं तुम्हें हेवन दे दूंगा या फिर हेल दे दूंगा। दैट्स अ क्लेम ऑफ ह्यूमंस। एंड लाइक आई विल गिव यू अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल। आई एम अ कोडर ऑफ एन एआई, लाइक चैट जीपीटी चल रहा है, डीपसीक चल रहा है आजकल। मैं एक एआई का कोडर हूँ। मैंने उस कोड को एक प्रोविजन दिया कि ये तेरा क्वेश्चन है, ये इसका सोल्यूशन है, तेरे पास ये एल्गोरिथम है, इससे कुछ भी आंसर कर सकता है। इट्स अपॉन एआई कि वो उसका आंसर क्या देता है। मैं उसका कोडर हूं, मैं उसका कोड बाद में चेंज कर सकता हूँ। दैट्स व्हाट ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, सामवेद, अथर्ववेद, उपनिषद, अथर्व, अष्टवक्र और क्या बहुत है यार, किसी को भी रीड कर लो, सब में एक पर्टिकुलर नॉर्म्स दिए गए। मनुस्मृति के ऊपर काफी सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं। इफ यू गो टुवर्ड्स मनुस्मृति, मनुस्मृति वाज वेरी ओल्ड, लाइक इट कैन नॉट बी फॉलोड। इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल नॉट गो अकॉर्डिंग टू मनुस्मृति। एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम 15, सो वेरी इजीली वेरी इजीली आई विल
मैं चीज़ को पहले बताना चाहूंगा कि जैसा आपने कहा कि ये लोग काम ये करते हैं, तो भगवान तो सीधा बुक्स के अंदर तो ये कहते हैं ना कि भगवान जो है वो दुनिया को चला रहा है। हमें भी अगर भगवान ही चला रहा है और हम ये काम कर पा रहे हैं तो वो क्या है। और अगर आपने पेट्रियार्की की बात करी, पेट्रियार्की थी किस बेसिस पे? धर्म के बेसिस पे। धर्म के अंदर चीज लिखी थी। हाँ बताओ।
5 seconds.
ओके, फ्री विल नाम की चीज होती है, परशुराम जी की टाइप होती है। थैंक यू।
The third claim from nationality side is the Constitution enshrines liberty, equality, fraternity, products of reason, not religion. Connects directly to modern legitimacy, positioning rationality as the backbone of Indian democracy.
You can raise hands to show superior.
Could you repeat the name?
Yes. The Constitution enshrines liberty, equality, fraternity, products of reason, not religion. Connects directly to modern legitimacy, positioning rationality as the backbone of Indian democracy.
We'll have stance from the faith side. And the third. So again, I'll make it short. It's a conversational debate, so you can stop each other in between.
Can I have to start, right?
Yeah. That's up to you.
It's conversation.
So we'll start the time.
सिद्धांत शर्मा, सिद्धांत।
Okay, may I start?
Yeah, you can
Hi, I'm Vidushi. So, as they said, the Constitution, you might be knowing Article 51A. So, it claims that science and rationale is our constitutional right as well as responsibility and duty. Faith is not. And also, I've been seeing a lot of your, colleagues confusing faith with religion. So I have a question: what is your definition of faith? Along with that, because in whatever you guys are saying, it's like okay, we have to live under the umbrella of this one person who's like, oh my God, I thought ki being nice is nice, so I'll be nice. I thought sati is bad, so I'll stop it. He could have thought it's not right, but that that is basically you're just like okay, you get to live. I'm so sorry. You get to live. I don't have the right to live. So am I under your umbrella of faith, and does my right belong to you? And how is that rational? And how do you claim that is okay? Is my question to you. And another question I have is why are people who are with faith so allergic to accountability? That are my two questions from you.
By accountability, what do you want to say?
Like during even the first claim, everyone was like, oh, there is nothing written in the religious text. But let's say, for example, I belong to a scientific community. If someone claims up to me and be like, Earth is flat, all the other scientists come up and they're like, no, this is not flat, it's sphere. We've studied this. They talk about how it is wrong, but whenever the faith, anything happening, like ethnic genocide, anything regarding faith, no one from faith speaks up. Everyone has their own ideology, and how is that okay?
फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लोग अपने जैसे वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, सो एक चीज़ मैं हाईलाइट करना चाहूँगा, वासुदेव कुटुम्बकम विच इज़ वन वर्ल्ड वन फैमिली. सो क्लियरली हमारा जो एंड इट इज़ मेंशन्ड इन महाउपनिषद 6.72 वर्स, तो उसमें क्लियरली कहा गया कि हाउ वी शुड रिगार्ड द होल वर्ल्ड एज आवर वन फैमिली वन यूनिट. तो यहाँ पे क्लियरली ये चीज़ तो कही गई है. उसके अलावा हमारे अतिथि देवो भव का भी कल्चर है विच इज़ गेस्ट इज गॉड, और हमने क्लियरली देखा भी कि हाउ वी वेलकम आवर गेस्ट be it geopolitics and be it even at personal level. उसके अलावा चरण स्पर्श की बात की गई है, where we learn to respect our elders, we seek their blessings कि कैसे how we have to go forward, we seek guidance from them. उसके अलावा बहुत बार ये भी कहा जाता है that कि religion रोक के रखती है चीज़ों को, बट एक कॉन्ट्रास्ट में ये बताऊंगा कि मैक्स वेबर ने थ्योरी दी थी द प्रोटेस्टेंट एथिक्स एंड स्पिरिट ऑफ कैपिटलिज्म. तो उसमें कैल्विनिज्म जो एक पर्टिकुलर सेक्ट है, उसमें हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि कैसे द स्पिरिट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, डिसिप्लिन, ऑनेस्टी इनडायरेक्टली, मैं ये नहीं मानता हूँ कि डायरेक्टली किया, बट इनडायरेक्टली इट प्रमोटेड स्पिरिट ऑफ कैपिटलिज्म, टेक्नोलॉजी एंड इवन साइंटिफिक वी कैन से आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. एंड उसके वजह से हमने ये भी देखा कि हाउ यूरोपियन कंट्रीज,
आई डोंट थिंक यू आर गेटिंग टू द पॉइंट.
नो बट इसमें मैं इस क्लेम की भी बात कर रहा हूँ कि कैसे हाउ इट इज रिलेटेड टू द क्लेम कि वी आर ओनली सेइंग कि रीजन से रिलेटेड है, बट इट इज नॉट. फेथ से भी रिलेटेड है, बिकॉज हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन तो ये कहीं ना कहीं कहता है ना कि टू प्रमोट इंटरनेशनल पीस एंड ऑल. तो वासुदेव कुटुम्बकम से तो इट इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड. हमारा G20 का भी समिट वाज बेस्ड ऑन कंप्लीटली ऑन दिस आर्ग्यूमेंट. अतिथि देवो एंड चरण स्पर्श आर ऑल्सो डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू दैट आर्ग्यूमेंट. उसके अलावा ये भी यूजुअली वी आर सेइंग कि रिलीजियन लोगों को रोकता है. सो वी आर सीइंग कि कैसे वेस्टर्न जो सोसाइटीज़ हैं, कैसे प्रोटेस्टेंट एथिक्स एंड इट वाज रिलेटेड टू कैपिटलिज्म एंड साइंटिफिक. तो ये कहना कि फेथ एक सोसाइटी को बांध के रखती है, रोक के रखती है, आई कैन नॉट अग्री विद दैट, बिकॉज ये भी चीज़ है. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी हैव सीन कि कैसे टू मच रैशनलिज्म लीड्स टू आयरन केज. जैसे मैक्स वेबर ने बात की थी कि वेरी वॉन्ट दैट टू मच रैशनलाइजेशन ट्रैप्स ह्यूमन बीइंग्स इन एन आयरन केज. तो इसमें
okay, if you okay, sorry, I agree with your iron cage theory, or I understand what you're saying, but my question is, what kind of bimbo ignorance is bliss kind of mindset you need to follow to believe that? Because as I said, there's no accountability in your faith, there's no universalism, there's no right to whatever you're saying Vasudeva Kutumbakam. There are other things that counter argue your own faith and your own values. What about them? There is no one universal rule, one universal law when it comes to faith.
Yes, I may agree to your statement to some extent, but जैसे यहाँ पे मैं इसकी भी बात कर रहा हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द एटॉमिक बॉम्ब वाज अ रैशनल साइंटिफिक अचीवमेंट. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग ये भी कह सकते हैं कि काफी हद तक रैशनलिज्म हैज आल्सो डिस्ट्रॉयड द वर्ल्ड. टू मच रैशनलिज्म हैज आल्सो डिस्ट्रॉयड.
They dropped the bomb on the basis of faith. They are like, these people do not have the right to live. In my beliefs, in my culture,
it related to faith. It was related to World War II.
So they had faith.
I would like to answer first.
We continue.
Do we have more participants of the same question? Yeah. No, not the same question. The same. You have to do the same thing. If you want to do it, okay, we'll have it.
Could we cite what the previous participants have said?
Sorry.
Could we cite what the previous participants have said?
Yes. Yeah, you can. We started.
Now, whenever you were starting, please introduce also.
Ayush Gupta, sir. Ayush Gupta.
Ayushman.
Ayush Gupta. Developer.
As stated by the side of the faithful, the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, is not a claim that pertains to the modern world. We see wars and conflicts every day. We see tensions every day. We see international killings every day. The world is not one family. The world is not harmony. It's not full of harmony. The world is not a good place to live unless you're talking about a discombobulated joint family from a South World show. If you're talking about that family, then sure, it is indeed one unified family. But alas, when we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we're talking about a sense of unity. We're talking about a sense of oneness. Oneness that has been absent from humanity as long as humanity has been a thing. Another point that the faithful brought up was that faith एक society को बांध के रखता है. It's a claim that was brought up. If I were to quote Voltaire, one of the most famous philosophers from the 17th century, a French philosopher who offered quite a bit of critique on organized religion, he famously said, if God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him, offering his critique on the concept of God itself as a tool for social development and harmony, not as an inherent being, not as someone who inherently exists in the universe, but rather creation of the mankind. A creation, a tool for humanity to stop ourselves from killing each other. Alas, that tool misfired. That tool, something that was supposed to help us, ended up being a way for us to kill each other in a more efficient and a more deadly manner. So, I ask, the faithful who are present before me now, how do you react to that? How do you react to the claim made by Voltaire and the backfiring of this tool that is faith?
So till now, like जो आज तक का सबसे बड़ा अटैक हुआ है वो एटम बम से किया गया था, वो भी जो रैशनल लोगों थे उनके द्वारा किया गया था, जो कि जापान के ऊपर नागासाकी पे बम गिरा के किया गया था. ये किसी फेथफुल इंसान ने नहीं किया था, ये किसी रैशनल इंसान ने अपने पावर को लेने के लिए किया था. इसके अंदर किसी धर्म का हाथ नहीं था, इसके अंदर पावर शेयरिंग का हाथ था. अगर आप देखें तो आई वुड गो फॉर लाइक आपकी स्टोरी के हिसाब से मुझे लगता है कि आपके हिसाब से बिग बैंग थ्योरी की सच कहानी होगी. अगर मैं बिग बैंग थ्योरी को देखूँ तो एक तरीके से ब्लास्ट हुआ, धरती बन गई. लेकिन अगर वही हम देखें तो एक तरीके से ये तो वही हुआ कि कमरे में हमने स्टील की प्लेट रखी, कील रखी, हथौड़ा रख दिया, बम फटा, नाव बन गई. ये तो नहीं हो सकता ना. उस चीज़ को बनाने के लिए हमको एक जना तो चाहिए ना जो उस चीज़ को बना सके. एक दिमाग चाहिए जो कील कहाँ लगनी है, कहाँ लाइट लगनी है, कहाँ क्या लगना है उसको लगाएगा. ये बिग बैंग थ्योरी से नहीं हो सकता. तो देयर मस्ट बी सम सुपर पावर जिसने धरती को क्रिएट किया है. एक बिग बैंग थ्योरी से कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. अगर हम आगे चले, जैसे आपने कहा लाइक द टॉपिक वाज अबाउट द आर्टिकल 51A द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो मोरल था, इंडिया का संविधान जो है वो स्वयं साधु संतों ने बैठ के पार्लियामेंट के अंदर बैठ के बनाया था. उस टाइम पे बड़े बड़े साधु भी उसके अंदर रहे हैं, बहुत नेशनल भी उसके अंदर रहे थे. आगे चले तो उस पेज के प्रियम्बल पे ही कभी राम लला की फोटो हुआ करती थी, जिसके आई विल से मैसेज अगेन, जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन था उसके अंदर कभी राम परिवार की चित्र रहे हैं, कभी महाभारत के भी दृश्य लगाए गए हैं. वो फेथ को लेकर ही बनाया गया है. उसके अंदर बहुत सारी धर्म को लेकर उसको बनाया गया है. वो अपने आप किसी साइंटिस्ट ने आके नहीं बना दिया है. थैंक यू.
Talk about the atomic bombs. The atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki collectively killed what? 95,000 people approximately. The deadliest war in Europe up until the invention of machine guns and the spread of the Spanish flu was a 30 years war, fought from 1618 to 1648. How was it derived? The conflict between the Catholics and the Protestants. It was a war that killed the conflict. It was a war that devastated towns. And what was it born out of? Religious fundamentalism. In comparison, the atomic bombs are a blip in the scale. 95,000 versus 16 million deaths before the widespread use of gunpowder, before the widespread use of artillery, of machine guns, of trenches. In the absence of that, Europe died and suffered. Why? Because of religious fundamentalism. Moreover, you speak of Big Bang. You offer your critique on the Big Bang. Does evolution also not take place according to you? Must everything, every development in the universe have a religious backing? किसी का दिमाग, किसी का involvement? No. Animals evolve into different things.
So, are we going to the same claim or we should pass on the place? Do we have someone on the reason side? No. We want to stay in the case.
Festivals and rituals bind communities and preserve cultural identity in ways reason cannot. I repeat. Festivals and rituals bind communities and preserve culture identity in ways reason cannot.
Who gets the claim? So we have you on this side, on reason side. And who else? from the faith side?
She has not got a chance.
You have not.
Please introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself. What are your name?
Aditya Rathod.
So that's a claim for. It's a claim for the faith side, right? Twinkle. Yeah.
It's first time for both of you, so I'm just saying check the mic and make sure your mic is near your face. Okay?
Yeah, okay. So, any one of you can start. So, I'll start the timer now.
Can I repeat the
Repeat it,
Festivals and rituals bind communities and preserve cultural identity in ways reason cannot.
Yeah, so the claim is like festivals and rituals. They put the societies together. They bind people together, right? They keep the ethics and moralities together, the societies. Which it's a really nice thing. Like not in here in India, which is a diverse country. Like every festival is celebrated with so enthusiasm. But it's not about India. It's about every other world where you go for tourism also. So other cultures are also celebrated. Festivals are also celebrated. Other things are also adapted over here, right? As they're adapted Western culture also. They're adapting our culture. Yes, we are, just it gives an exposure and keeps the people together. And I feel like, it will just bind people together. It will put them together like society mein moral bana rahega. And ethics भी proper way में रहेंगे, ठीक है? तो sharing festivals, celebrating the festivals together and the cultural things. So these are the things that put the society together. And if we talk about like people globalization की बात करी जाए तो उसमें भी tourism वगैरह चीज़ें आती हैं and people go to different countries to know their culture, to just get into the society, how the people celebrate this thing, how people work like this. So they get exposure and they get new experience with that.
So what you're saying is that festivals bind communities.
Yeah.
But I'd say that it only binds a group of people of a particular community. Because I see people throwing eggs on processions on Ganesh Chaturthi. I see stone pelting on Ram Navami. How is that binding communities?
See, it's not like the things happen, but it's not binding communities. But it's not binding communities. But most of it happens just because of the way things that people do, the way ideas that come in their mind.
But faith also promotes conversion, forceful killings, Christian missionaries.
That's the misuse of the faith. Faith does not say like, okay, forcefully you have to change your religion, you have to change your caste community.
There are many faiths that.
It's the misuse. It's the misuse of faith. And
no, there are many faiths. There are Christian missionaries in India in the colonial era who degraded Hinduism, saying that sati is a Hindu ritual, but it is not. There are a lot of conversion. You can see Bengal, they are forcefully converted in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan. There are 57 Islamic nations. All are conversions. How can you say that faith has binded them? Because faith is just believing a book, which is a set of rules.
But still, people do celebrate cultural festivals and other things together. They do.
There are fights on every festival. On Holi, Diwali, every time there are riots and everything.
So that will happen. Where the crowd will be there, the riots will be happening.
No, but it is because of the difference in communities. The riots is not between a single community, it's between different communities. It's that one community is tolerating everything, yet other different communities, they are attacking one community. So how can you say that it's binding?
It's not always the one community attacking and one community. There are different kinds of communities that
Yes,
do that.
no, not only one community. There are crusades from 11th century to 13th century. There are Christians and Muslims fighting over faith, over a land which they considered holy or the birthplace of their god.
That's from the very early time.
Yes.
That's from the very early time.
That's still.
People always fight for the resources. People always fight for the.
No,
land.
it was not all for resource.
It
was based on faith. That they believe that it is a holy land for us. It was not on a base of your land
People
of
do
power.
believe because for the very long, if they stay over at a one place.
I see some of the eager faces who want to speak on the same topic. Same topic. Yeah. We'll take everybody and extend this claim. We'll first have you from this side and from this side. You want to begin.
Thank you. You start. You want me to start?
Yeah. So we'll start now.
But I would like to say, stick to one topic. We will talk on one topic first,
Yeah.
then so that we
Okay,
get
I'll
equal
stick
time.
to- I'll stick to one topic.
Okay.
Okay, so regarding the festivals brings us together, I see more cons and pros during this because you've seen communal violence, we've seen gendered violence. You know, for example, Holi mein you've seen some spike in sexual harassment in cases with women. A lot of them in a lot of states, state burden is increased because security needs to be increased. All of that. This all is happening because you want to celebrate your faith. On the other hand, if you want to celebrate a rational festival, for example, Independence Day, Republic Day, Science Fest, hell even Comic Con, you don't see all of these issues. So all of these issues arise during the festival of faith that you claim to have. Not only just Hindu or Muslim or whatever. Any faith regarding festival, you'll see burden on state, gendered violence, communal violence, etc. So how do you counter that?
Okay, so coming to festivals and need of security, security. Sorry for my fumble. I guess Pride walks also is a rational thing. Pride walk, and that also needs security. So what are you saying, that rationality doesn't need security? And if you talk about that festivals need security, why does festivals need security? Because of the difference in the rational mindset of everyone. What is the rational mindset they are having? Like, one group is claiming that mine God is best, it should only prevail. One is saying mine God is best, this one should prevail. That's the rational mindset. Isn't it a rational mindset?
I'll tell you the...
And wait. For coming towards conversion, one said, can you tell me a single line or quote or a shlok that converts a human being into another religion?
I never said conversion.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, my point is, okay, let me talk about gendered violence. You said about, the Pride Parade. First of all, you need security there because violence is happening against the minority group. The LGBT community is the minority group. There are people there in Delhi that attack them for their sexuality. That
so
is
like
not,
some religions are not a minority.
Let me complete. That is not under their control. Okay. Other thing that you said that, it's not about one faith. Okay, tell me this. It's about the differences. Tell me this. What did a woman do to deserve the sexual assault during Holi?
Wait. You just now said minority है इसलिए उनको security चाहिए. क्या कुछ religions की minority नहीं है इंडिया के अंदर कि उनको security चाहिए?
But your faith, the faith that you claim to have, Dalit women, Savarna women, that is your issue. That is the faith issue, not the nationality issue.
Faith issue, like faith के नाम पे कुछ करना और faith का issue होना, भगवान का नाम लाना और भगवान के नाम पे कुछ करना is different. I will clearly speak. देखो, किसी के पास नॉलेज हो वो बोले अच्छा लगता है, किसी के पास नॉलेज ना हो. इंडिया के अंदर क्या है, सिंपल सी बात है. मुझे पता है कृष्ण जी की ये स्टोरी आती, अब मैं इसके ऊपर ये क्लेम करूंगा. वेरी शॉर्ट, इट्स ऑफ टॉपिक ऑल्सो. 16,108 रानियां थी, सबको पता है. ठीक है, इसके ऊपर बहुत रैशनल क्लेम्स होते हैं कि मैं भी 4 वाइफ रखूंगा, ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा. क्यों थी पता है किसी को? नहीं पता है. So why is faith wrong? Blind faith is wrong, na?
Blind faith is
That's
wrong,
what the
but
point
faith
is.
is
That's
also
what I was.
wrong. Faith is the reason. Faith is leading to blind faith.
That's what I was waiting to say. That's what I was waiting for you to say. Blind faith is wrong. Faith is never wrong.
Okay, but don't you think faith is the one that is leading to blind faith territory?
Oh, wow.
For scientific community, you make a rational decision.
Scientific community. What was Shushruta Samhita?
I'm not aware. You tell me.
It is a scientific thing done by a Brahmin in field of medical science. Okay? That is also science and that is also faithful.
Why are you bringing Brahmin?
No, I'm not bringing Brahmin. I'm just saying that faithful people are also capable of doing good things. Like
I never said. I'm just saying they are not doing rational things. They can do good things.
Like only faithfuls were included. Like when Sati was happening, were only their faithfuls? उस टाइम पे कोई एथीस्ट जिंदा नहीं था.
आप बताएं, आप थे?
तो मैं तो नहीं था ना. मैं तो ऑब्वियसली नहीं था. तो मैं कुछ कर नहीं पाया. बट वहाँ पर एथीस्ट भी तो रहे होंगे. वो भी फॉलो. अच्छा, एथीस्ट की वजह से रुका.
एथीस्ट की वजह से नहीं रुका. रैशनैलिटी की वजह से रुका.
फेथफुल पर्सन की
वजह से.
Let's have Adi and Vasudev.
Can you repeat the claim?
Festivals and rituals bind communities and preserve cultural identity in ways cases cannot.
I'll go first because I wanted to. Okay, I'll question her first. It was said that it's festivals जहाँ पे all this hostile activities and everything is happening where violence is inflicted somewhere on the masses, and in scientific fests and Independence Day and Republic Days nothing happens, which is a farce, or which is people. They're registered cases. Let me complete. They're registered cases that people, they're drunk and drive cases, especially on national holidays, be it Gandhi Jayanti or be it Independence Day or be it Republic Day as well. And since we're living in NCR, that's very, very prominent. All right. Also, the thing is that festival gives us a sense of categorical inclusion, where we people come together devoid of the fact that what community or what sect we people come from. We're here sitting, debating together without even inquiring what backdrop one individual holds. And this exists. I'm not denying the fact that religious animosity doesn't exist. It does, but it's not something you'd say that this is the only reason violence is happening. Violence, as I'm reiterating my point again, violence existed ever since human beings existed, because human beings are hostile in nature. We still are animals, despite the fact that we are able to communicate well. We have social boundaries, we have social institutions.
First of all, I want to say that.
Okay, let's continue.
For example, मैं आपको एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ फेथ का और कम्युनिटी फेस्टिवल का. देखो, अगर आज मैं बीइंग एज अ हिंदू, मैं आज सुबह 5:30 बजे उठ रहा हूँ और मैं कुछ नहीं, और मैं जुपिटर की पूजा करने लग गया 5 बजे उठ के, तो सब लोग मेरे को पागल बोलेंगे यहाँ पे कि फेस्टिवल, ये कैसा फेस्टिवल हिंदू बना रहा है, ऐसे करेंगे. लेकिन अगर मेरे जैसे 1 करोड़ और बेवकूफ़ हो गए जो सुबह सुबह ये काम करे जा रहे हैं, तो उस टाइम पे तब मैं पागल नहीं कहलाऊंगा. तब मैं कहूँगा कि हाँ, मैं तो तब तो एक नया धर्म बन जाएगा इस देश के अंदर. तो द पॉइंट इज, नंबर ऑफ फूल्स गिव्स डिग्निटी एक बेवकूफ़ाना वाली बात को. नंबर ऑफ फूल्स गिव डिग्निटी टू एक बेवकूफ़ाना वाली बात को. इसीलिए अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं पुराने कम्युनल वायलेंस के भी, अगर वायलेंस होता है, मेरे को वायलेंस होता है, वो एक सोशल फैक्ट है कि क्राइम होगा सोसाइटी के अंदर, लेकिन वो क्राइम एक धर्म और एक फेथ के नाम पर हो रहा है, वो गलत बात आती है. क्राइम वुमेन के साथ हो रहा है, छेड़छाड़, वो अलग बात है, लेकिन ये बोल के कि भगवान जो है खुश हो जाएंगे अगर हम लोग औरतों की बलि देने लग जाएंगे, ये बोल के उनके साथ वायलेंस हो रहा है, वो चीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा गलत आ जाती है.
I'll answer you really quick. Okay. The thing is his point is very rational. It's totally justified, and I agree. Right? Religion के नाम पे, and on the name of theology, there's a very very profound violence which is happening. Right? But उसके अलावा भी crime को you cannot categorize कि ये वाला crime अच्छा है या फिर ये वाला crime is less worse because ये religion की category के अंदर आ रहा है. Crime is crime. For example, terrorism is terrorism, despite the fact even if it's committed by a Hindu or a Muslim or a Sikh or a Christian. Right? The thing is कि if people, obviously अगर कोई जुपिटर की पूजा सुबह सुबह कर रहा है, it's faith. All right, constitutionally speaking, faith cannot be challenged, cannot be questioned. That was the entire verdict of the Ram Janmabhoomi as well, because exactly.
अगर terrorist ही हैं सारे के सारे.
I'm not saying that. That is justified. Justified? That is justified. I know. Because that's what we are speaking about. But no. It's not. Let me complete. Okay, don't hop on inference first of all. I'm saying it's we are giving it a religious tag, but it's not. We are human beings after all, right? Doesn't matter we are Muslim. It comes from Muslim community. Even perpetrators of crime come from a certain community. We have people in Northeast as well. We have people down there in South India who are tribals. There's no element of religiosity there, right? But crime उसके बाद भी हो रहा है because it's somewhere induced and instilled in human nature. Human beings crime करते आए हैं, आगे भी करेंगे. What do you mean? Atheist society where the religion is absent, वहाँ पे crimes नहीं हो रहे हैं. Atheist society में crimes नहीं हो रहे हैं. During the Russian Revolution, where there was this this big communist revolution कि we'll somewhere expunge religion, वहाँ पे भी तो crimes हुए थे. And there was Stalin, where the repercussions was 40 million people were killed.
First of all, मैंने ये चीज़ पहले कह दी थी कि क्राइम सोशल फैक्ट है, वो होता है सोसाइटी में, चाहे आप एथिस्ट हो या थीस्ट हो, क्राइम होगा. लेकिन क्राइम धर्म के नाम पे और आस्था के नाम पे और ये नाम पे कि भगवान ऐसा चाहता है इसलिए हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, वो चीज़ गलत आ जाती है. अगर एक भगवान है जो ऊपर बैठा हुआ है और वो मेरे को मेरे कर्मों की वजह से जज कर रहा है, तो वो सही बात है. लेकिन अगर वो भगवान मुझसे प्यार करता है, उसके बाद भी अगर मैंने बुरे कर्म करे, अच्छे कर्म करे, उसके बाद मेरे को नर्क में मेरे पकौड़े तले जा रहा है वो भगवान, तो उससे सेडिस्ट बंदा कोई नहीं है दुनिया के अंदर, और नार्सिसिस्टिक बंदा नहीं है.
We need to talk very logically. Done?